All right, track is watered. We will be starting at 7 o'clock. In the meantime, everyone make your way to the concrete wall by the off-road track for a driver's meeting. Well, never mind. I'll just come back to you guys. forgot to do something. All racers, make your way to the track wall so we can play the national anthem. Make your way to the oval track wall for the national anthem. Race number 1 in 2 minutes. 2-wheel drive buggy street stock. Marshall's going to be from race number 7 / late model. Matt Sinex, Dave Herbig, Anthony Austin. Those are our marshals. We're going to need one more volunteer.
Here. I didn't see the name on the lineup anywhere. I didn't know what kind of where we were running it.
You talking about 13.5, like the custom work start?
No, the Traxxas.
Oh, 13. No, we're talking about the Rocket 5 class.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about. I got my late model here too.
Oh, you didn't see one? 13.5 is race 4 and 5.
No, I'm not. I don't have a 13.5. I'm talking about my Traxxas.
Oh, okay. Yeah, looks like you're not signed up.
Oh, you want to go tell her you're in race 6 or 7? So you're down to 1. Yeah, so don't ask her. She'll put you in.
All right, we have all of our marshals looking for one more or a couple more of our racers. Jason, Brandon, Eric, Dan, and John.
John's right there.
5 racers in this heat. Still looking for a check from Jason. I see him walking now. Stock Slash is up next. Make sure you have your cars ready so we can keep this program moving smoothly. We have all of our racers. Watch 3 and 4. 3 and 4. Turn 4, go inside. Inside through 4. All right. Get the cars spread out. Get them spread out. You ready, Alton? Track will go live. Go ahead and get him going. Track will go live in less than 5. John Ford first across the line. Brandon, Eric, and Jason. Everyone has crossed. Oh. Looks like Jason and Eric going to get into it. Gotta slow them both down. First couple laps down, Brandon Roberts leading us off. He's in the yellow and white. Yellow wheels going down the front stretch now. Gets to the inside of Jason Herbig. Looks like he has the fastest car on the track. Ran a 4.29. His car is gripped up. Looks like it's hitting those corners super fast without rolling over. Oh, he's going to get into the backside of Dan. Tough luck. He came up on him super fast. Only 45 seconds into this one. 3:15 left to go. After Brandon's little mistake, John Ford to the point. Running a 54.4 flat. He's got 1/10 to the good of Brandon. So, John Ford, red and black and white checker number 69. Working the front stretch and the line now. Now down to the 2 spot is John. Brandon back out front by half a second. Dan Stewart in that 3 spot. Jason in the 4. Eric in the 5. 1:30 down, 2:30 left to go. Brandon leading this one out by 1 second. Dan Stewart in that 3 spot. He's about 8 seconds behind John Ford. So John with a comfortable gap over Jason now. Dan falling back to the 4 now. So Jason in that 3 spot. Dan in the 4. And Eric in that 5 spot. Jason and Dan, our closest race on the clock. 1/10 apart. They're about half a second apart on the track. Oh, Jason's going to get loose. He's going to get loose and cause a bunch of cars to have crashes down the front stretch. That was Jason down to the 4 spot. 1, 2, and number 3 car. Oh, Dan getting into the wall. That's going to slow him down. Jason was 2 seconds behind him. Now Dan down to the 4 spot. Jason into the 3. Brandon and John separated by 3 seconds now. Brandon's got about half a lap lead. Oh, John gonna roll over in turn 4. That's gonna spread out. John does have a comfortable lead over Jason, that number 3 car, about 10 seconds. Brandon and John separated by 7 seconds. John, watch turn 2, go inside on turn 2. That was Dan. He's going to pull off Jason's car. No longer counting laps. So, our running order moving all around. We got 1 minute left on the clock. Brandon, John, and Dan, your top 3. 1 and 2 separated by 10 seconds. Dan Stewart, 30 seconds back from John Ford. Eric, 3 seconds away from Dan for that 3rd spot. So our closest race is going to be between Dan and Eric with 30 seconds left on the clock. Dan with a little bobble. Looks like Eric's going to have a clean lap. Brandon Roberts right now, 4.27. Oh, inside in the 2. Turn 2, go wide. That was our number 2 car. Still with a comfortable lead. It was 30 seconds, now 25 between those 2 cars, John and Dan. John in that 2 spot. He had 25 in front of Dan. Looks like he pulled over that 25-second lead. Boyd. There is the bell. John Ford, only one done. Brandon, Dan, Eric, and Jason, all cars are finished. Brandon, John, and Dan, your top 3 for the Buggy Street Stock class. All right, track is closed until we get our marshals back out here. We only need 3 marshals. There's only 3 cars in this one. However, I do know I had 5 racers in that last one, so please make your way back to the track. You should put your car in the drop-off and walk back out to the track. The drop-off is underneath the caller's booth. Try not to walk back to the pits, guys. All right, track is open. Y'all can start your laps. All right, track will be live in less than 5. All right, looks like we're down to 2 cars. Brent gonna be the first one across the line. There is Max. Already 1 car down and the race hasn't even started. Terrible luck. Sounds like a spur gear went out. So there are 2 heats. There are 2 heats of this class. So if you make a mistake, try not to pull over because it could cost you that A main position. So we're about 6 laps into this one. That's 30 seconds. Brent Farnsley leading this one off. 47.403. Max 42.402. These cars are separated by about 5 seconds. Fast lap for Brent, 5 flat. Max with a 5.35. Brent gonna put on a gap. It was 3 seconds, now it's about 6. Working about a lap and a half on this number 2 car. $1:15 down, 2:45 left to go. Brent leading them off, 46.4 flat. Max, 43.402. Max starting to hold his own now, not quite letting him get that gap any larger. Was 6.5. Oh, there goes Brent. The inevitable rollover. Was 6.5. Now it's 6 flat. 1:45 down, 2:15 left to go. Oh, 2 crashes out of your leader. Watch turn 2, go inside. It's clear. Max taking that gap down. What, 6 seconds? Now it's down to about 3.5. 3.4 seconds between these 2 cars. Brent losing a lot of pace. Was running a 46 flat. Now running a 44.404. Max not too far behind, about 4.5 seconds behind him. Let's see what the heat number 2 of 2 can put up for Brent's TQ time. 1:30 left on the clock. So Brent, black, red, and gray, and white, tracks to stock body, hitting the line now. Going to 2, down the backstretch 3 and 4. That is your number 1 car. Number 2 crossing the line now. That is Max Mason. The purple fading to pink. Black rims going down the front stretch now. That is your number 2 car. 1 minute left in this race. Brent Farnsley able to drop that fast lap down just a little bit more. Down to a 5.09. Oh, watch the backstretch. It's clear. Your leader found his wheels. Not going to cost him but maybe 2 seconds. So Max and Brent separated by about 4 seconds. Brent on top, Max in that number 2 spot. 30 seconds on the clock. Brent slowing down a little bit. Got it to about a 44.403. Max picking up his time a little bit. 43.404. Not terribly far behind. 15 seconds left on the clock. Race number 2. Make sure you have your cars ready to go up. We're going to need a couple volunteer marshals. At least 2 volunteer marshals. This race will be over in about 2. We'll call you when you're done. Brent, you will be done. Max, finish your lap. That is a race. Take your cars to the pull-off zone and make your way back out to the track for marshaling. So Brent, setting an early TQ. We're going to see if it holds up into heat number 2. Track is closed until we get some marshals out there. Track is closed. Track is closed.
What? I don't know. Check the heats. Look at the TV. 6 or 7.
All right, track is yours. Track will go live in less than, oh, go ahead and get them spread out. Don't need to be on top of each other. Less than 5. Kason, Nick, Matt, and Dave. All of my cars have checked. Ooh. So these cars are trying to beat Brent Farnsley's TQ of a 44.403. 44.403 is what these guys are chasing. 30 seconds into this one, Matt Sinex leading them off, running a 46.4 flat. That's about 10 seconds to the good of Farnsley's TQ time. Dave and Kason also on that TQ pace. Watch turn 2, watch turn 2. It's good. 1 minute down, 3 left to go. So Matt leading him off. Dave in that 2 spot. Kason in the 3, and Nick in the 4. 1, 2, and 3 in their correct running order. Matt Sinex. He's got 1.5 seconds to the good of Dave Herbig. Kason in that 3 spot, about 2.5 seconds behind Dave. So Dave in a good position here, falling behind the car that's in front of him. One, 2, and 3 in this heat are going faster than Brent's TQ still. They were trying to beat his 44.403. Kason Riley in that number 3 spot, running a 44.403 now. So Matt Sinex not quite running a faster lap than him, but he is running a more consistent wreck-free run. Matt Sinex running an average of a 5.2. Ran a fast lap of a 5.1 on his first lap out. He's in the red, gray, and black Traxxas Fox body. Hitting the line now. That is your leader. in the 2 spot. Oh, getting taken out. Gonna catch the leaders. Pulling a wheelie down the front stretch. Dave Herbig in that 2 spot. Still gonna hold it down. He's got 1.9 to the good of Kaysen. Right behind him. Oh, he's gonna roll it over again. It was 1.9. We'll see what it is this time. Your number 2 car, Dave Herbig, half a second ahead of Kaysen. Gonna catch the wall again. Oh, he's all over the place. He is the blue and white number 8 car. Or number 9. Now Kaysen to the number 2 spot. 1 minute left to go. These cars dropping off that TQ pace. Matt Sinek's the only one doing better than Brant Farnsley's TQ time. Kaysen in that 2 spot running a 44.404. That's about half a second behind Brent's time. Oh, watch the front stretch. Go wide down the front. Wide down the front. It's clear. 30 seconds left on the clock. Kaysen, 44.405. He's going to need to pick it up if he wants to get on that TQ pace and be in that number 2 spot overall. Kaysen and Dave separated by just 1/10 of a second. Dave in the blue and white number 9 coming up on Nick. Thank you for letting him by. And Kaysen, the all white with blue stickers, going down the front stretch now. Dave in the 2. Half a second behind him is... There is the clock. No one is done yet. When you cross the line, you will be done. Kaysen, Matt, Nick, and Dave, you all have finished. Matt Sinek's going to be your overall TQ. Brent Farnsley's going to take the overall number 2 spot. And Dave Herbig in that number 3. Kaysen Riley's going to take the 4 spot. So that is your A main. I'm going to repeat it again. Matt, overall TQ. Brent in the 2 spot. Dave in the 3. And Kaysen in the 4. That will be your A main startup. Everyone else will be in the B main fighting to qualify into the A. So if you were in that last race, make your way back to the track. I only need 3 marshals, and I see 4 guys out here, so thank you for the help.
Thank you, Brent.
Looking for my 3 drivers. I see 2 of them. We're looking for Jason Herbig. So like I said in the driver's meeting, if your car is a little bit loose right now, which it probably shouldn't be, I wouldn't make any changes for traction. I would make more changes for stability, because I will be watering it before your main event. And the cars will be on rails. Now is the time to make changes if you want them. If not, pull your car off to the middle of the track. All right, get the cars rolling. Get them rolling. Track will be live in less than 5. Jason, Doug, and Keith. Those 3 cars have crossed. Ooh, Jason with a rough first lap. Gonna roll the pipe. About 15 seconds into this one, Doug, your leader. All black. Oh, he's going to roll it over. He's going to find his wheels. Not going to cost him, but maybe a half a second. With Doug having a bad lap and Jason having a bad lap, that's going to put Keith to the point. Keith, your leader. Not going to hold it for long. He had a 5.8 second lap. So 45 seconds into this one, our cars have separated out a little bit. Jason, your leader, the all-white, orange wheels going on the front stretch in the line. Doug in that 2 spot, the all-black, white trim. Oh, getting real loose and squirrely down the back stretch. It's going to cost him maybe a second. He is still in that number 2 spot. Keith in that 3. Last time by, Keith's going to move up into that 2 spot. He ran a 4.8. Doug with a 5 flat. 1:15 down, 2:45 left to go. Jason Herbig has about a 4-second lead over Doug. Running a pretty clean race out of him. Doug, half a second over Keith, so not quite pulling away from him. Looks like Keith's car pushing on entry, getting loose on exit. Hmm. 1:45 down at 2:15 left to go. Jason Herbig, your leader, working the backstretch now on a 54.02. Doug in that number 2 spot, 47.401. Oh, he's going to drop all the way back. His transponder missing laps again. I can add it back. All right. So Doug down to the 3 spot. Doug in the 2 spot. Or Keith in the 2 spot. 1:30 left on the clock. Jason Herbig, your leader, going down the back now. In the 2 spot is going to be Keith. About 10 seconds behind him. Keith and Doug fighting for position on the track. About 2 seconds between them. Doug's going to get around him. I think this next time by, Doug will be to that number 2 spot. Not quite. Keith holding on to it. He has about half a second over Doug. Had a little pipe roll. Doug now to the number 2 spot. 1/10 between them. 1 minute left on the clock. Jason, 54.04. Dropping off his pace a little bit, and he's going to roll the pipe and slow down even more. Like I said, there are 2 heats of this class, so we'll see what heat number 2 can throw down. Jason, 49.402, dropping off that 50 lap pace. Another rolling over the pipe again. 30 seconds left on the clock. He is now up to a 49.403. Doug, 46.4 flat, about 10 seconds behind him. Keith in that number 3 spot, running a 46.401. 1 second behind Doug. That is for position. Oh, watch the backstretch. Go wide, go wide. That was your leader. He had 10 seconds over Doug. Now it's about 7. Second lap out of your leader. He will be the only one done. Doug and Keith, when you cross. There's Doug. There's Keith. That is a race. Let's get the track blown off. Jason Herbig going to take that one.
Don't yell. No, I've got my transponder flat on the ESC. I'm going to move it up on something and see if that changes.
Yeah, I have mine taped to the top of my ESC. Mine doesn't miss lines.
Gotcha.
Huh? Yeah, it was new. I saw that. I had to drag you in.
All right, we have our marshals out here. This is heat number 2. Looking for Dan Stewart. I see him walking up. All right, these racers are going to be chasing down Jason Herbig's TQ time of a 48.402. Track will be live in less than 5. Grant, Dan, and Bill. All 3 have crossed. Grant and Dan running nearly identical first laps. Grant's going to get the better second lap, so he will be out front. Bill already pulling over to the side. Only 20 seconds into the race. Grant, Dan, and Bill, your top 3. Grant and Dan Stewart already doing better than Jason Herbig's TQ time of a 48.402. Dan Stewart, the number 2 car, running a 49.402. Grant, 52.401. So Grant Gibson, fast lap 4.56. Dan, 4.76. And Bill, 4.9. Grant leading him off. He is the red and black 90. Working the front stretch now. Coming up on that number 2 car, that's Dan Stewart. Blue and red, number 26. Yellow wheels. Right behind him is your leader, Bill Gibson, in that 3 spot. Purple and orange hitting the line now. Thank you for letting him up, or letting him go by. 130 down, 230 left to go. Oh, Dan gonna go for a round on the pipe. It's gonna cost him maybe 2 seconds. Grant and Dan separated by 6 seconds overall. Bill another 10 seconds back from Dan. So Dan Stewart barely holding on to that TQ pace, running a 49.404. That's about 1 second ahead of Jason Herbig's time. So if they keep it up, Grant will be your new TQ. Dan Stewart will be the overall 2 car, and Jason will be taking the 3. .210 down, 150 left. Grant Gibson working the 3 and 4, crossing the line. 1 and 2 down the back. Right in front of him is the number 2 car. That's Dan Stewart. Was 6 seconds, how about 8 seconds now? So Grant clearly having a faster car. Ran a 4.7. Dan with a 4.8, not too far. Dan's going to over-rotate on exit, going to catch the pipe. 1:15 left. Grant still lead him off, stretching that lead out even more. 51.401 and is his pace. Dan Stewart, 49.404, so still holding on to that TQ pace. He's got about 2 seconds over Jason's time. He will be holding down that number 2 spot overall, assuming he finishes this off pretty clean. So 45 seconds left on the clock. Grant Gibson running a 4.6. Dan Stewart, 4.9. Grant clearly hitting the corners just a little bit faster. He's got that gap down 13.3 seconds. 51.401 is his qualifying pace. Dan Stewart, 48.401, barely holding onto that TQ pace. He might drop down to the 3 if he doesn't pick it up a little bit. 48.402.0. If he falls back more than half a second, he will be off that pace. 5 seconds left on the clock. He's barely on it. Yeah. He's going to find a fast lap here on this final lap. He's going to hold on to it. The race is over. Grant and Dan, 1 and 2. Jason Herbig's going to be number 3. That is your top 3 going into the A main. Race number 6 up now. Slash late model, heat 1 of 2.
Alton. Don't be dumb. Don't be a fart smeller, buddy. Oh.
Track is closed until we get our marshals out here. Stop the cars. Get them stopped on the track. No, you did not check. Did you forget to put the transponder in? If it's a 2-wire, make sure it's in the positive and negative slot.
And not in the... Just make sure it's not in the signal spot.
Looking for 2 more marshals. We do have 4 cars in this race, so I want to make sure we have all the marshals we can have. Looking for a check from Jason and John.
Yeah, your transponder checked. It's good now. Yeah.
Still looking for 2 more marshals. Need 2 volunteers. We only had 2 that could marshal come out here, so we need 2 volunteers to come out here and help us. Oh no. Sounds like the pinion backed off. Was it the pinion? You have time. We're still looking for marshals. Oh wait, no, we're good now. Jason, is it done? All right. Well, go ahead and get the cars rolling. All right, all 3 of my cars are checked. Get a couple more practice laps. If you don't like the way it handles, now is the time to make a change. All right, we're going to roll right into it. Get the cars going. Alton, I want to see a clean race. Track will go live when Alton crosses the line. So John, first one across. Ford in the 2 spot, and Alton. So since there's 2 Johns, I'm going by last names. Keep that in mind. All right, 25 seconds into this one. Mosby leading us off, 48.403. Ford right behind him, about 1/10 of a second. Alden Henley in that number 3 spot. Make sure to let your leader by. Thank you very much. So Alden 1 second behind Ford. And Ford about half a second behind Mosby. 45 seconds into this race. Mosby, yellow, black, and white. Leading us off. Working the front stretch now. Hitting the line. Oh, Alden gonna get it wrong. Still in that 3 spot. Was 1.5 off of Ford. Now 6 seconds off of him. So closest race right now with 1:15 on the clock between Mosby and Ford. 2 seconds between those two cars. Looks like Ford had a slow lap. It's going to be about 3.3 now. 1:30 left on the clock. Ford looks like he's running Dan Stewart's body. Blue, black, and red, number 26. That is the number 2 car. John Ford in that 2 spot. John Mosby in the 1. He's got 4 seconds to the good. Coming up behind Ford now. So Mosby, the yellow car, coming up behind Ford, the blue number 26. Mosby in a very good position right now. He might be the fastest car of the night. All he has to do is stay behind his closest competitor, and he will be the winner. 2 minutes left on the clock. Mosby, 5.3 second lap. Ford running up 5.1. Down the inside, he's looking. Gonna keep it clean. I love to see that. He's biting his time, looking for an opening from Ford. They're both gonna go a little bit wide. Mosby went wide on the entrance. Ford went wide on the exit. 1:25 left on the clock. Mosby looking for any little micro mistake out of Ford. He's not quite within. Oh, almost dive bombed him. Real close. He knew the corner. He's got the inside line. He's going to take it. Ford with a better run down the straight. Mosby's going to close it off and hold down the front. Good pass out of him. 1 minute left on the clock. Mosby stretching that lead out. Now about 4.8 seconds. John Ford looking down the inside. Not going to get it done. Not quite within striking distance. Oh, Mosby going to get it sideways. Going to blow it wide. Here comes Ford right to the inside. Going to get it done. No problem. 30 seconds left on the clock. Right now it's just looking like a grudge match between these two. Oh, Mosby keeping it tight. Always going to get into him. They're going to both find their wheels and get back rolling. Maybe cost them maybe 2 tenths, so really no harm, no foul. 15 seconds left on the clock. They're going to get about 4 more laps. Oh no, Ford's going to pull the pipe. Get over on the wheels, have to wait for a marshal. 2 more laps out of these guys. Mosby leading them off. 8 of Ford. John's going to be the first one to cross. John and John both are done. Looking for Alton. Looking for Alton. Cross the line, Alton. That is a race. So Mosby and Ford, 1 and 2. Now we're going to see what race number 7 can pull off. Heat 2 of 2. Sinex, Herbig, and Austin. Love to see that good racing from both of the Johns. We'll see if these guys in heat number 2 can replicate some of that. If you were racing in that last one, make sure you make your way back to the track. Looking for Alton Henley to marshal. Alton Henley and John Ford to the track. Alton Henley. Alton. All right, now is the time to make your quick changes if you want them. All right, if not, race will go live in less than 5. Matt, first one to cross, Dave and Anthony. So, there is not a marshal in turn 2. Keep that in mind when you're choosing your places to push it. Oh, watch turn 3 and 4 go wide, or go inside. That was Anthony, your number 2 car. Oh, his car is off. Tough break. That's going to settle him all the way in the back next to Jason. Thank you for the health keep. So, 40 seconds down. 3:20 left to go. Matt Sinex, your leader. These guys are chasing John Mosby's TQ of a 47.404. So far, Sinex looking to go just a little bit faster. 47.403. There was a little bit of improvement for John's TQ run. We're going to see what Matt can throw down. He's barely on that TQ pace. Just dropped off of it. Matt Sinex, white and blue, number 34. Make sure to give him room when he comes up on you. He is looking to take an overall TQ in both of his classes tonight. 130 down, 230 left to go. So far, he has fallen off that pace a little bit. He's on a 46.4 flat. That's about 1 second behind that TQ pace. Looking to beat that 47.404. So far, he's 1 second or half a second off of it. Dave Herbig in that number 2 spot. 6 seconds off of Matt. Watch the front stretch. Watch the front stretch. Go inside. Inside down the back. Or down the front. It's clear. So 2 minutes down. 2 minutes left to go. Matt Sinex dropping that pace just a little bit. 46.401. Slowing down a little bit. So far, his fast lap is a 5.1. We're going to need to see a lot more of those if he wants to get back on this pace. That's a good line out of him. We're at a 5.2 this time by. Another 5.2. If he keeps that pace up, he will not be on the pace. He needs to find a couple 5.1s, but it looks like his car is just pushing a little bit too much. Oh, that's a 5.1 out of Matt. 1:10 left on the clock. Dave Herbig in that number 2 spot, about 18 seconds off of Matt. Anthony, another 12 seconds off of Dave. 1 minute left on the clock. Matt Sinex, white, blue, and yellow, number 34. Looks like his car is just too hooked up. Needs it to loosen up a little bit. I can see his front wheels wiggling. Looks like he is not going to secure that TQ time. John Mosby going to hold down that TQ time. Matt's going to get the number 2. John Ford to the 3 spot overall. And Dave Herbig going to be in the 4th spot overall. Main position. 10 seconds left on the clock. Matt, Dave, and Anthony. They're going to get 2 more laps. Matt Sinex, you are done. Dave and Anthony, you are now done. That is a race. So that was our final race of qualifying. There will be no practice. Grant, I'm giving you like 5 laps, okay? I'm gonna go right into blowing and watering the track. Racing will start back at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. race number 1 to the track. Stock / B main up in 1 minute. Max, Nick, and Rodney. Looking like we're going to need some marshals from our race number 6 / late model A main. John Mosby, Matt Sinex, John Ford, and Alton Henley. Marshals from our A main of Slash to marshal the B main of Stock Slash. Marshals from the / late model A main. John Mosby, Matt Sinex, John Ford, and Alton Henley. Alton Henley.
Hey, John. Turn 2 is a little slick, so don't slip.
All right, we should be good with 3 marshals. Looking for our 3rd racer. Is Nick here, or did Nick leave? Is he? Nick Corblow. Looking for Nick, N-I-K. To the track for racing. Nick Corblow. Fat Sink. I'm going to give it 1 minute. I'm going to go check the bathroom real quick. All right, we're going to go without him. Get the cars lined up. Max, you're leading them off. Rodney in that 2 spot. So, whenever you are ready, Max. Going live out of turn 4. So Max leading him off 15 seconds into this one. He's going to try to hold off Rodney. Oh, he's going to get it wrong. Rodney's going to jump the pipe and make a pretty quick lap. Going to get in front of Max pretty early on. There's going to be a good race. Oh, Max going to slide out. Track is still just a little bit wet. Will be dried out by the time the next race is coming through. There it is. Max going to find some stability. Rodney leading them off. 1 minute down, 3 left to go. Rodney leading them off. Max in that 2 spot, about 3 seconds apart now. So, Rodney's car over-rotating. Max's car looks like it's pushing a little bit. 2 completely different setups. $130 down, $230 left to go. Rodney still leading him up. He is the blue and black Traxxas stock body. Oh, he's going to push into the wall. That was turn 3 and 4. It's going to slow him down just a little bit. Here comes Max. Rodney riding the pipe again. He's going to do it both down the front stretch, both pipes. Max not too far off now. Oh, going to catch the wall and lose the whole car. 150 left on the clock. Well, those cars are blowing it wide in turn 3. Both of these cars will be making the transfer to the A main no matter what. 2 minutes left on the clock. Max picking up some pace on him. Was 3.5 seconds, now 2.2. Just got to stay off the wall. Keep it towards the middle of the track and you'll be good. $130 left on the clock. Rodney's still leading him off. His car is starting to find some consistency out of it. So Rodney running a 5.9 last time by Max, 5.7. Fast lap set by Max, 5.3 on lap 17. Rodney a 5.39, so a little bit slower. 1 minute left on the clock. It's all going to come down to who crashes. $45 seconds left on the clock. Rodney still holding him off. Time has spread out. Was 2.2 a couple minutes ago. Now it's 2.8. 2.8 between these two cars. 25 seconds left on the clock. Race number 2. Make your way to the track. That is Slash Late Model B main. Unless Rodney has a terrible mistake, Max is going to be settled into that 2 spot. Rodney will be your number 1 car going into that A main. The number 5 overall for that A main. 1 more lap out of these guys. Rodney's going to be done. Max is going to be done. That is a race, guys. Rodney and Max making the transfer up to the A main. Yeah, Jason, it looks like your slipper is completely backed off. Jason, I'll give you 1 minute to get it figured out. Sounds just like the slipper isn't activating at all. All right, go ahead and shut the track down. Shut the track down. Think you can fix it, Jason?
I went to go get food. I didn't realize I got the other race.
Oh yeah, you in the B main race. You just missed it. That just happened last race. We were calling for it. I went and looked in the bathroom. You weren't there.
Well, I went to get food because I thought it was time. I thought I was in the second race.
No, that was the end of qualifying. So you just missed your A main. No, you're done tonight.
All right, line it up. Dave, you are leading them off. Anthony in that 2 spot. Wait, where's all my marshals at? Looking for Rodney. Where is Rodney at? I don't believe you're in that next race either. Need one more. Well, we should be good with 2 marshals. There's only 2 racers. Hey, Max. So, Rodney, you're holding down that whole side, okay? Max, you're holding down this side. Get them lined up. Dave, you're leading them off. Anthony in that 2 spot. Whenever you're ready, get them going. Going live. Oh, Dave, looking like his car's trying to diff out. Anthony's going to get that easy inside pass. Dives it right in there. Pretty good. So on the second lap, Anthony to the point. Both of these track is still pretty wet. Still, it's holding moisture very well at this time. So Anthony on the second lap going to make it to the point. Dave in that 2 spot. Anthony definitely the faster car of the 2. Ran a 5 flat. Dave Herbig 5.5 is his fast lap. So Anthony about half a second faster every single lap. Really pulling him 1 minute down, and he's coming up on the rear end for the lap. So Dave Herbig in that 2 spot, looking to get lapped by the leader. There it is. He went tight on the inside and got wide on the exit. Anthony, easy pass on him. Looking like he's going to have a really far pull away. He's got about 7 seconds over Dave now. Anthony running a really good race. Definitely A main quality. Not quite on that TQ pace that was set in qualifying. Running a 46.401 to John Mosby's 47.404. So that's about 1 second off of the TQ pace that was set in qualifying. So I'd say he's running pretty well. Both of these cars will be making an immediate transfer to the A main. So even if they break, they will be going to the A. 2:20 down, 1:40 left to go. Anthony, your leader. All green and a little bit of black, 87. In that 2 spot, Dave, blue with green flames and checkers. Going down the backstretch now, white rims. Oh, catching some air. Not going to slow him down hardly at all. That was his slowest lap of the race, 5.9. Back it up with a 5.2. So 1 minute left on the clock. We're going to see if he can put Dave under 2 laps. Really showing him how much pace he has. Here comes Anthony, 45 left on the clock. And about half a second between these 2 cars. Anthony going to get it wide. Dave riding the pipe, going real short. Not going to be able to hold a line. Anthony's going to get by him again. 2 laps over the field Anthony has. Very good run out of him. 46.402 is his pace. That's good enough to put him second overall if he was racing qualifying. 15 seconds left on the clock. That's 3 more laps. Dave will be caught at the line. Anthony, when you cross, you will be done. That is a race. Race is over. So Anthony gonna lap the field twice. Dave in that 2 spot. Both of these cars will be bumping to the A main. All right, looking for Jason Herbig. Watch turn 2. Go inside. Go inside. Well, you see Jason coming. So if you want to make changes to your car or your radio, now is the time. Make those changes. Marshals from that last race. Looking for Dave to make his way back out here. We're going to need 2 more volunteers. 2 volunteers. So if you are not in this race, please come out and help us. Thank you, Grant and Bill. Appreciate it. And Doug is going to help us out. 3 volunteers. I appreciate it. All right. We're going to go ahead and get them lined up. All right, track is closed. Track is closed.
You're the final race. You're the final race. No, you're race 7. I know. You're race 6. Race 6. You are in the lane.
I got 3.
You're starting number 4. You're in the 6. Why do you want to be in the B main? You made the A. Be happy.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. You're in the A, dummy. Top 4 goes the A.
So Brandon Roberts leading us off. John Ford in the 2. Dan Stewart in that 3 spot. Eric in the 4. Jason on the 5. So Brandon, John 1 and 2. Dan and Eric 3, 4, and Jason in that 5 spot. Leading us off is Brandon. Going live out of turn 4. They are good. So Brandon's car looking insanely fast. Wow, looks like his car has a little bit of a dog leg. Yeah, you can see that rear wheel really picking up. Ooh, uber traction. John in that number 2 spot. Oh, Dan get a traction roll. Back to the number 4 spot he goes. So 30 seconds down, your leader Brandon Roberts looking to lap the field. He lapped all the way up to the 3rd spot. Now he just has to lap John, and he's got to lap the entire field. So Brandon, your leader, John Ford in the 2 spot, Dan Stewart in the 3, Eric in the 4, Jason in the 5. 1 and 2, separated by about 4 seconds. Brandon coming up on the rear side of John Ford. So these 2 cars separated by about 4 seconds. Oh, wow. So Brandon Roberts, the all yellow, white hood, yellow wheels. Going down the backstretch now, coming up on John Ford. In that 3 spot, Dan Stewart. He's about 4 seconds behind John. John's looking to lap the number 3 car. And Eric in the number 4, about 10 seconds behind. Go inside down the front, inside down the front. It's clear. Oh, your leader going for a tumble. Here comes John Ford. That is for position. Oh, he's going to go to the inside and roll over. Wow. There is Brandon. So Brandon looking to get that lap back on John. Dan Stewart now not too far of the fight. Oh, he's going to get caught. Almost drives into the leader. That was a close call. 2 minutes in, 2 minutes left to go. Brandon Roberts leading them off. He has 4 seconds over that number 2 car. That's John Ford. About to get the lap on here. So, Eric, make sure you give these 2 cars some room. They're coming up on you quick. Thank you. Oh, John getting real spin out down the front stretch. Brandon's going to get the inside. John going to force it back in. It's clean. Oh, Brandon going to roll the pipe. That's exactly what John needs if he wants to catch up to him. Brandon with another mistake. Here comes John, not too far away. That's about 1 second between those 2 cars. Brandon's got to play it safe. If he has another mistake, John will be to the point. Dan Stewart in between those 2 cars. He is 8 seconds back from the number 2. So if John makes his way back up to him, I will ask him to move. 1 minute left on the clock. Race is tightening up. So now, John Ford and Brandon separated by 2 seconds now. 45 seconds on the clock. So John Ford not quite in that strike range. If Brandon has a mistake, he might be able to get back to his wheels in time. The only way for John to win this race is if Brandon has a mistake. 30 seconds left on the clock. Brandon's going to have to keep it wide off that pipe and slow it down. Oh, John with a mistake. Here comes Brandon for the lap. John's going to hold his dignity and make sure he doesn't get it on him. He's going to let him have it. Looks like his car is just getting real squirrely when he's off the throttle. 10 seconds left on the clock. Brandon and John separated by 6 seconds. Dan another 6 seconds behind him. Race will be over. Eric, only car done. John, Dan, and Brandon, all four have crossed and finished. That is a race. All right, still looking for my marshals from that last one. Jason Herbig, where are you at? I have my top three drivers out here. Looking for Jason Herbig. Jason Herbig to the track for marshaling. Max Mason, one of our racers, bumped up from the B. Where you at? Max Mason, you are in the show. All right, track is closed. Track is closed. So keep in mind, race number 5, 13.5 late model, I will be sprinkling the track. So give yourself an extra 2 minutes on that sauce and battery charge. There will be like a 1 or 2 minute break for misting. Right after this race, there will be some misting.
You what? Is he on his way? I'll give him a minute.
All right, watch your front stretch. Watch your front stretch. So track is closed. Pull all the cars to the infield. Pull all of the cars to the infield. Pull the cars to the infield. All right, Max, only one to get laps. Max, I'm going to give you like 3 laps. Get your cars checked in and see what it's doing. Everyone else should be stopped in the middle. All right, shut the straights down. Matt Sinex leading us off. Put your car on the pole. Brent in that 2. Dave 3. Kaysen 4. Rodney 5. Max 6. 1 and 2. Matt and Brent. 3, 4. Dave Kaysen. 5, 6. Rodney Max. Whenever you're ready, Matt, you'll be leading these cars off. Get a good bit in between your cars, about a foot between them. Going live now. Oh my. Oh wow. Yeah. I didn't even start the clock. I saw that. Wow.
Your whole ass end was doing a dance.
All right, get him going. Get him going. Get about a car length between them. Going live out of 4. That's a much better start. as they started. The only change we have so far, Max moving up to the 5 spot. Rodney down to the 6. Oh, Kaysen getting it wrong. Gave that 3. Oh, Kaysen gonna dig in his rear end. Oh, wow. Bumper pushing. Matt Sinex, year later. Brent Farnsley in the 2. Kaysen Riley to the 3. Rodney to the 4. Max in that 5 spot. Oh, Max dropping all the way down to the 6. So, your number 1 car, red, gray, and black Fox body. Thank you for letting it by, Kaysen. Brent Farnsley in the number 2 spot. White, red, and black Traxxas stock body. That's Dave right behind him. Oh, wow. That is not for position. So Brent in the 2 spot. Wow, almost got dive bombed. Wow. Matt and Brent separated by 2.5 seconds. Kaysen 4 seconds behind Brent. Rodney going down to the 5 spot. Dave up to the 4. So Dave 2 seconds away from Kaysen. 1:30 down, 2:30 left on the clock. Matt and Brent 3 seconds apart. Matt going down the front stretch now. Brent getting down to the back. Kaysen in that 3 spot, about 1 lap behind Matt now. So with Kaysen in the 3 spot, Rodney in the 4, Dave in the 5. Oh, watch the 3, watch the 3. That was your number 2 car. He caught the leader and the number 3 car. So Brent, he had a healthy lead over the number 3 car. It was a lap. Now Brent, a 4-second lead over Kaysen. Still a very comfortable lead. Any more mistakes and it might get dangerous. So Brent Farnsley in that number 2 spot. Right in front of him is Max. Make sure to let him by. Thank you very much. Oh my gosh, you didn't have to let him by that much. So Kaysen in that 3 spot. Right in front of Brent. About a lap behind him now. Dave Herbig, 3.5 behind Kaysen. Kaysen, the all-white, green sticker. Dave, blue and white, number 9. Going down the backstretch now, 3 and 4 to the line. 1:05 left on the clock. Matt Sinex, your leader, 10 seconds over Brent. Brent has 6 seconds over Kaysen. Kaysen has 2 seconds over Dave. So our closest race on the track between Kaysen and Dave. Here comes Dave down the front stretch, looking to catch that all-white car. This is for the podium. So Kaysen on that number 3 position. Dave looking to push up on him for that number 3. Oh, Kaysen gonna get into him. Here's our race. Dave to that podium position. Kaysen in that 4 spot. So Dave got around him. Kaysen looking for the inside. Dave has to keep it tight. Oh, he's gonna blow wide. Here comes Kaysen, gonna get that inside line. Dave, we're gonna push it on him. He's gonna get it good on him. 5 seconds left on the clock. They're gonna get one more lap. One more lap. Dave has a good chunk of track in front of him. There he is. Dave gonna get the podium. Kaysen in that 4 spot. So Matt Sinex taking our lead. Brent in the 2. And Dave to that podium 3 position. So, track is closed. No cars on the track. I need my 4 marshals. I need my 4 marshals to the track. Hey, Doug, can you blow all the way to that number 2 spot? Thank you. If you were in that last race, make your way to the track for marshaling. All right, track is open. Marshals, well, you can set your cars down, but don't start taking laps until I get my marshals out here. Marshals from race number 4. Need my marshals from that last one, making their way back out here. That should be all 4. Thank you, guys. Thank you for getting out here quick. All right, track is open for taking laps. Looking for a check from Keith Tishner. There he is. Doug, I think your transponder might be good. It's not missing anything. Well, all right, stop the cars in the middle of the track. Middle of the track. Make your changes if you want them, radio or on the car. Make them right now. We good? All right, line them up. So, Grant, you're our TQ out front. Dan Stewart in that 2 spot. Jason in the 3. Doug 4. Keith 5. Bill on the 6. So, whenever you're ready, Grant, you'll be leading them off. First lap's going down. Grant Gibson out front. Dan Stewart in that 2 spot. Jason in the 3. And Doug in the 4. 30 seconds down, 3:30 left to go. Grant Gibson, your leader. Dan Stewart in the 2. Jason up to that 3 spot. Or down to that 3 spot. Doug in the 4. Oh, Dan. Gonna hold his position. I see those 2 cars battling back and forth. Our closest race right now between Dan and Jason for that number 2 spot. There is Jason. He's got the inside. He's gonna force it in there. Get it done clean. Bumping wheels. The cars didn't spin out or anything, so that's a pretty good pass. 1 minute down, 3 left to go. Grant pretty much walking away with this one. Coming up on some lap traffic. Coming up on his dad next. That's Bill. Thank you for letting him by. In front of him is going to be that battle for the 2 spot. So right now I see our number 2 and 3 car pretty far spread apart. So when Grant comes up on you, I'm going to ask you to give him just that inch. Oh, go inside down the back. Inside down the back. That was for the number 2 spot. Jason had the 2. Now he's back to the 4 spot. Doug up to that podium position. Our closest race right now, Doug and Jason. Doug moving up into that number 3 position. Jason going down to the 4. Looks like he caught the wall and rolled over. So Doug holding down the 3. Keith in between them. Thank you for letting him by. Oh, Doug catching the wall. Gonna slow down. Gonna spin a little bit. All right, Grant, be courteous. Those guys are racing for position on the podium. You do have a lap over the field, so be good to them. So our closest race right now, that is Doug and Jason. 1:40 left on the clock. All right, Grant, move out of the way. Let those 2 race. Thank you. Follow behind them. 1:30 left on the clock. Doug and Jason battling for that podium position. Jason in the 4, Doug on the 3. Dan about 7 seconds ahead of them, so that's about a lap and a half. Oh, Doug gonna spin out. Jason up to the 3 spot. There's the fight. Jason gonna get it done. He keeps on getting loose out of the number two, out of the 4 and 2 spot. So Jason now a pretty good gap to Doug. Gonna be holding down that podium position. Jason in the all white, orange wheels. That's number 3 car. And Doug, the black and white, gonna be in that 4 spot now. Keith in the 5 and Bill in the 6. So Keith about 20 seconds away from Doug for that number 4 position. Doug about 1.7 behind Jason. Jason 1.5 behind Dan. So that battle for the number 2 spot kind of heating up. 15 seconds left on the clock. There it is. Dan's going to catch the wall. Slow down. Jason to the number 2 position. Doug not in any sort of fighting position to get into that podium. 5 seconds left on the clock. Jason's going to spin out. Here comes Doug. 1 second on the... One more lap out of these guys. That is the race. Dan's going to hold down his 2 position. Jason in the 3. No, you did not. Mm-mm. Do I?
I think I was a lap and a half up on second or third and fourth, so when he passes me one time, he said he was in trouble.
I don't know. It said you had 9 seconds. So I read that. Maybe you did miss a lap. I didn't see that. I'll go look at it.
Remember you said I was a lap and a half up?
Yeah.
All right, track is silent. Track is silent. Oh, that means stop the car. Let's get our marshals out to the track. Park your car in the middle of the track, Alton. All right, track is open. Watch turn 4. Watch turn 4. I have a marshal walking there. Do not hit him. Watch turn 4. Okay, it's good. Good. Track is fully open. Take your laps. Get those cars checked in and figure out the tire situation. Watch turn 2. Turn 2. It's clear. All right, your final race of the night. Mosby going to be leading us off. Matt in the 2, Ford in the 3, Alton in the 4, Anthony 5, Dave 6. 1 and 2, Mosby Sinex. 3 and 4, Ford Henley. 5 and 6, Austin Herbig. Get them lined up. John Mosby. There you go. All right, get them rolling. Going live out of turn 4. That's a good start. Oh, Anthony down. 1 and 2. Go inside. Go inside. Thank you, Anthony. I appreciate that. So, Mosby and Sinex 1 and 2. John Mosby looking to pull a gap already. Ford in a 3, Alton in the 4. Our closest race so far going to be between Ford and Henley. So, John Ford, blue, red, number 26, Alden. White, blue, stars and stripes, number 13, going on the front stretch now. That is for the podium position, about 1.3 seconds apart. So John Mosby and Matt Sinex, 1 and 2. Everyone kind of spread out on the track right now. Dave Herbig, that is your number 2 car, or number 3 car. Thank you for letting him by. Oh, watch the backstretch. Go wide down the back. Wide down the back. It's clear. That was a bad crash. It's 2:30 left on the clock. Mosby in the lead. Sinex still in the 2. Oh, he's going to catch the rear side of a car. John Ford up to that 2 spot. There's our only position swap of the race for podiums. So John Ford up to that 2 spot. Matt down to the 3. Here comes Mosby to put a lap on both of them. He's going to get the lap on the number 3 car. Sinex going to fight back for it. Mosby to the inside. Sinex has nowhere to go. Anthony, you are in front of some leaders, so make sure to let them by. Thank you very much. So John Mosby looking to work the backside of Ford. Dave, you got a couple cars in front of you. Oh, gonna get into our leader. 1:30 left on the clock. Mosby is gonna have to fight back for those positions he just took. 1, 2, and 3. John Sinex. So Mosby and Ford separated by 3.5 seconds. Ford and Matt separated by 1 second. 1 minute left on the clock. Our closest race so far. John Ford and Matt Sinex for the 2 and 3 position. Oh, Mosby gonna have a mistake. His car is broken. Oh no! What? Yeah, it's broke. I don't know if the rear hinge pin came up. Oh, that's tough luck for him. That's gonna move him all the way down to the 5 spot. Off the podium. 30 seconds left on the clock. Ford up to the point. Matt Sinex in the 2. There it is. Matt Sinex to the point with 30 seconds left on the clock. Dave up to that 3 spot. So right now, Matt Sinex with a 2-second lead over John Ford. Not going to be able to have anything. John is not within striking distance on Matt Sinex. 10 seconds left on the clock. About half a lap. Oh, man. Well, 5 seconds on the clock. John will be caught at the line for Dave and Matt to cross. That is a race. Race is over. Wow. You solved it. You solved it. That's a good night of racing. If you made a podium or a TQ, make your way to the front for podium pictures. Podium pictures at the front.